There are moments when prices seem to rise faster than our confidence, and it feels as though the rules of money have quietly changed without asking our permission. Yet beneath every period of inflation lies another story that receives far less attention, a hidden reset in how wealth moves from one set of habits to another. Understanding this shift does not remove inflation, but it changes how we respond to it. And that change can become one of the most valuable forms of wealth we ever develop. Inflation is often described as the rising cost of living, but it is also a relentless test of decision-making. Every increase in price asks an invisible question. Will you react only to today's expense, or will you rethink tomorrow's choices? Throughout history, periods of sustained inflation have rewarded those who adapted their thinking as much as those who simply earn more income. Wealth has rarely belonged only to the highest earners. It has often flowed toward those who recognized changing patterns before they became obvious. One of the hidden effects of inflation is that it quietly separates nominal growth from real growth. Seeing a larger number in a bank account or receiving a salary increase can create a comforting illusion. Yet if purchasing power declines faster than income rises, apparent progress may conceal gradual erosion. This realization is not meant to create anxiety. It is meant to sharpen awareness. Gratitude begins with seeing reality clearly, because only an honest view of the present allows wise decisions for the future. Another overlooked shift occurs inside our psychology. Inflation encourages short-term thinking. When prices seem unpredictable, many people become consumed by immediate consumption or constant worry. Both responses drain mental energy, but those who preserve calm gain something that cannot be measured on a balance sheet: the ability to think several years ahead while others are trapped in the next few weeks. Long-term clarity becomes an economic advantage because patient decisions often compound while impulsive ones accumulate hidden costs. This is why the most enduring wealth is not merely financial capital, but adaptive capital, the ability to learn, adjust, and act with discipline, skills that solve meaningful problems. Thoughtful investing based on careful research, responsible saving, prudent risk management, and continuous learning become increasingly valuable when economic conditions change. Inflation reminds us that money is a tool, but wisdom determines how effectively that tool is used. Every challenge becomes an invitation to strengthen judgment instead of surrendering to fear. Seen this way, even inflation contains an unexpected reason for gratitude. It reveals assumptions that may have remained invisible during easier times. It encourages us to distinguish genuine needs from passing desires, lasting value from temporary excitement, and thoughtful planning from emotional reaction. Difficult economic seasons often uncover strengths that comfortable seasons never ask us to develop. Gratitude grows not because inflation is pleasant, but because awareness transforms uncertainty into an opportunity for wiser stewardship. At this point, the timeless qualities of Lord Hanuman naturally enter the conversation. Lord Hanuman is revered not simply for extraordinary strength, but for unwavering steadiness, disciplined action, humility, and fearless clarity in moments of uncertainty. These qualities speak directly to periods of economic change. When markets fluctuate and headlines provoke fear, his example reminds us that true strength begins with mastering our own mind before attempting to master external circumstances. Calm judgment is itself a form of protection. Living with devotion to Lord Hanuman during an inflationary reset means expressing his qualities through everyday financial conduct. Before making an important purchase, pause and ask whether it serves a genuine purpose. Continue learning skills that increase your ability to contribute meaningfully to others. Save consistently, even when the amount feels modest, because discipline matters more than perfection. Invest thoughtfully rather than emotionally, understanding both potential rewards and risks. Resist decisions driven by panic or greed. Offer honest service in your work, knowing that integrity creates trust, and trust remains valuable in every economy. These ordinary actions become quiet expressions of devotion because they reflect courage, responsibility, and self-control. As these qualities become habits, gratitude naturally deepens into devotion. Devotion is no longer limited to words spoken during prayer. It becomes visible in every patient decision, every honest day's work, every careful choice that protects the future without becoming consumed by fear. Economic conditions will continue to change, but character can remain steady. In that steadiness, wealth acquires a deeper meaning. It is no longer measured only by possessions, but by wisdom, resilience, and the ability to bring peace into uncertain circumstances. Now allow yourself a quiet moment. Breathe in slowly and breathe out gently. Let your thoughts settle without rushing to solve every financial question today. Offer sincere gratitude to Lord Hanuman for the gift of awareness, for the courage to face reality without fear, and for the discipline to make wise choices one day at a time. Ask for the strength to recognize opportunity where others see only uncertainty, and for the humility to use every resource with responsibility and compassion. As you return to your day, carry with you the quiet confidence that every thoughtful decision is part of a larger journey. May the hidden wealth shift become not merely an economic event you witness, but an inner transformation you live, guided by gratitude, strengthened by wisdom, and illuminated by the timeless qualities of Lord Hanuman.